Hello, 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 and welcome to another One Lion of Code. I am One Lion. Hello, Blue Spider. Good morning to you. Good morning to TBD Gamer, who is currently in a meeting, most likely. Came in, said hello, lurk. Hi, everybody. La-dee-da-dee-da. I need to load some stuff and pause my timer. Hello, timer. Oh, there you are. Hello, Zaid. Oh no, was my timer not going this whole time? I don't know. Let's see, 4:30, 3 hours to 7:30. And then 2 more hours, so 5 hours. I forgot to restart my timer. I could have sworn that I did, but I obviously didn't. Wow. Okay. Anyway, so many of you might know I moved to working full time for myself for 6 months currently. And well, at least 6 months, I should say. My camera is making me feel off centered. Here, I will scoot over camera. There. So with that, the way that I do billing is that I took the advice of good friend. I don't mean to do that in air quotes, but I just don't want to name names until said friend is okay with me naming names. But good friend recommended, like keeping track of the actual to the minute time worked so that when I create my invoice to bill, then I have an accurate representation of the amount of time that I worked, and I really like that. And it's the same reason that I like doing manual financial tracking. It just keeps me honest, keeps me on top of it, and yeah, it's really nice. I like it a lot. But anyway, happy Monday to all of you who happen to be around. I hope you're having a great start of your week. For those of you who today is the start of your week, and for those of you that it's somewhere in the middle, that it is still going fantastic for you. Load. Maybe. Load. Hello? Oh. Hello. No. Why are you being weird today? Let's go with this. Load. Are we there? Are you awake? Yes. Are you though? Oops. No. Whatever. The bot says it's a beautiful day to be alive. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely here. Okay, hello, welcome to the stream, welcome to One Lion of Code. If you've never been here before, I am One Lion, and I typically have been working, or I typically work in Blazor, which is a .NET technology, and you can do pretty much the entire stack in Blazor. You can do the front end and back end and the all of it, and stay in one code base, and it's really nice. It's really fun to work with. But lately I have been working on Figma designs for the stream project. So we've been redesigning the stream project, doing it slowly because I don't make very much progress on things when I stream for some odd reason. But we're going to keep going, and we're going to hopefully have something that we can work with. And if not, then oh well. But we've come up with a few different layouts. That's what these are, the landing page layouts. Although these aren't actually layouts, these are going to be the landing pages themselves. But for now, we're going to start them off as just the landing page design. Then we'll add the layout stuff later. So the question that I need to ask myself is, when we do the ultra wide layout screen, are we going to keep this full screen background, or am I going to constrain it to the middle? Should I scale the font for ultra wide, and then like if the user doesn't like the super big text, then they can always zoom out? I don't know what standard practice is for ultra wide monitors. So we're going to learn about that today, apparently. I'm still trying, like, in the middle of doing a thing, and so my brain is spinning a little bit, which is not a good thing. So I need to finish that up before we continue so that I can free up some concentration. So here I go. Freeing up concentration brain energy. A space. Okay. Refresh. Click you. Nope, not you. This thing shifted. Ooh. Ooh, and that's really annoying. Okay, copy this. Push you. Lost you. Delete you. Okay. Deleted. Um, okay, almost there. Promise. While you're waiting, the project that we have been working on the stream should be here. It's open source. It's a Blazor web application that is used for manually being able to track your finances, so your spending, your savings, your transfers between accounts, and just keep an eye on them and manually manage them. A lot of times we tend to rely on applications that will connect to your financial institutions for you and import your finances, and maybe you set up alerts in it, maybe you just use it to have one place to go to see all of your finances. But in a lot of cases, you aren't really as conscious about what finances you are using, how much you're spending each month on what you're spending stuff on, when you just allow everything to be automated. Unless, of course, you use the tools probably the way they were intended. But this one is intended to be a tool where you go in and you manually put in what you spend your money on, for example. And you're seeing the amount of money that you spend and save each day, depending on how often you go in and track your finances, but you can see it down to the day. And it just really does help with keeping track of it and maybe keeping you more honest with yourself, because the only person you really need to be honest with is yourself. So hopefully this helps with that. And my actual work product. Okay, copy and save. Nope. Thumbnail. I said that I would have these videos posted sometime before today's stream, and I didn't even realize that I didn't post last Wednesday's video to YouTube's. If you are interested in seeing any of the past streams, you can see that on YouTube. But there's my thumbnail, and I am just now trying to publish Friday's Community Day stream. Okay. Go back over to this screen. Refresh. I gotta wait for it to post. Okay, once I see it show up, then I will finish out filling in the details on the YouTubes for the stuff. Okay, I think I'm caught up. So what we are doing, as I mentioned before, is taking our original app that we completed on stream and redesigning it. So when we originally created the app, we did it pretty much as me, as someone who is really, not to talk too highly of myself, but someone that really enjoys, or my skill set is in doing the functionality part of an application. I like making things happen at the click of a button. So I do all of the background, mysterious, magical work with the wavy fingers and everything, magical fingers. But I have not been known to be very good at UI design work. If someone does have a design that they have sketched out and they provide me screenshots or design files for, then I can definitely implement those designs. But coming up with the designs on my own, not very good. So this is as far as we got on the initial designs for the app when we were creating it for the first time. Then we got all of the functionality working as soon as I got to an okay point where it's like, yeah, this UI is usable, so let's just go ahead and implement it and start creating the app. And then we created the app. It works, it's nice. But then I'm like, okay, we got a working app. I still wouldn't want to use it yet. I mean, it's better than my Microsoft Access solution that I'm using right now. But I would like it to be more designed. So we are working on doing the design from the standpoint of a client has hired us to redesign this existing application, and we are going to be actual UI UX designers. And we're going to do it the right way. We're going to do it in a way that is more complete and not just thrown together. And in doing so, one of the things that I did recently, mostly because I did go full-time as Automated Realms, is I got the paid version of Figma so that I could have more pages per design. And so I'm now leveraging all that. I'm also leveraging the, what are these called? Modes? Variable modes to do light and dark, colored color themes. And I haven't actually done very much with the color theme itself, but because we do have those modes, we can toggle between them and it'll show up, it'll use that mode color variables for whatever is inside of that the container that I've applied it to. So here we have our light mode, and let's say we wanted the same thing, but the dark mode version, so we can see them side by side. We're going to set this one as default, whatever default happens to be, and then we're going to set this one manually. And that way, whenever we make changes to the design over here, it's going to reflect over here because this is just a... This will be just an instance of all of these. Ring. Light mode preview, and then we're going to apply it to this instead. And so what this will do for us, once I tell everything to stay centered, oops, stay centered, so that I can resize the frame to match. No, clicked on this. Oh, because I'm being special. Wait a minute. One of you guys did get duplicated. Okay, that's what happened. So you need to be center, please. Arigato momichi. Okay, that way I can get everything positioned so that it all lines up and is pretty and whatever. Okay, so if I make a change over here, then that will be reflected in the instance, except in light mode. So let's say that I added a box into this one and I said, I want you to be the color of whatever this is. Then it needs to be... Why did you not update? What? Why are you disconnected from the parent component? This is very confused. That is not doing what I thought it was supposed to be doing. So I added an element to landing page because these are all instances as well. What? No, they're not. These are variants. Yeah, these are variants. These are instances. And this is the component itself. Why are you being weird? Oops. Okay, here's us creating an instance. Here's me changing the instance. Here's me telling this instant or framing this instance and telling it to be light mode and then making changes. Yeah. Why is that not happening over here? Oops. Okay. I don't know why, but the initial way that I created these instances, it didn't stay linked. So what I'm doing now is creating a new instance by alt-click dragging. Either that or aha. I was editing the wrong thing. Okay. So that whole time when I thought that I had accidentally created a copy over here, I actually had a copy over here that was being treated as a new variant. Okay, so this one also has it's just unnamed. So this is going to be narrow desktop. Okay, there we go. We should be good to go. We should also eat gravy. Gravy. Okay, so what that means is that this one is now disconnected because that was a different instance. So I'm going to grab this one, cut, replace this instance with that one. And now when I make changes, such as in drawing in a rectangle, you will see it in my, when I update my variant, it will update the instance, but in light mode. And we can prove that by picking a color that is different in light mode than it is in dark mode. And that would be something like app background color from my Rocky Mountain Arsenal library. It's hard to tell because they could be the same color, although they have different color modes. So that might not work. It has to be from our local colors. Oh, we'll just use text, primary text. So primary text shows up as a light color on the dark background and a dark color on the light background. And now we know that the color theme is applying. So the question that I was asking myself is, when I create the design for the ultra wide, should I keep the background as full screen background like this, or should I still constrain it to some specific width? like the width of this, which is only 1440. Kind of doesn't make sense to do that. So let's see it both ways. To help me, I'm going to use a grid, and I'm going to make that grid columns specifically. And I'm going to give us a... Isn't there a way for me to give us a padding? I don't think there's a way to do padding. Oh, wait. Yes, there is. It's this margin. Okay, so if I made it this wide, which we may as well just go to an even 768. Wait, why was that less? Oh, because that's the margin size. Well, if... oh, we can't even change center. Here we go. Okay, so let's make you 768. I can't do that. What? Why not? 768. Is it 768 to the left and right? Is that what... That's very odd. Unless it's each column is is this width. So let's just give it one column. And we saw that 1440 was this wide, and that should match, right? Yeah, that matches. So 1920 makes sense. And then what happens if we place our full screen background, which I'm just gonna turn this into a component. Background graphic. I will create a page and call it graphics. Whoops. And create a rectangle in it, is obviously. And then this will be our background graphic. And again, we'll turn it into a component. And I did see that there was another version of this, but I don't exactly know what it is. It's the other layout version. It's this one right here. Duh. Okay, so I'm going to copy that one, paste it here, turn it into a component. Well, I'm going to give it a property name. We're going to call this horizontal. We're going to call this one angled. Turn you into a component and group them. Oh, you remember me complaining? I'm actually going to do this real quick so that we can see it. Do you remember me complaining about not being able to turn multiple objects into into individual variants, which then turn into components? So if I detach, you can see that their names are still the same. Get rid of the original components. I did a quick 5-minute, even less than 5-minute lookup for how this works, and I'm so blind, mostly because I didn't look for it. But right up here, there's this component button, create component button for things that aren't components. And when you drop down, you can turn each individual thing that you have selected, so it turns the main frame, the top level frame, into a component. So that would turn these two objects into individual components. But what I normally do after doing that is combine them as variants. And so this last button will not only turn both of them into components, but combine them as variants in one step. Wow. And all it took was just, internet search. No, I'm not yelling at myself for that. Why do you ask? Couldn't just do the work. Because it was so much work. Anyway, so there's my backgrounds. We have an easy way to put the background graphics wherever we want. So let's put them right here. Wow. That's going to have to stretch further. Oh, right. It's because those are supposed to be scaled. So when we go... No, what am I doing? They're all here. When we go to the component itself, I'm so lost. We want all of the objects inside to scale, not to be stuck at top left. Scale, scale, and you guys will also scale. Didn't I name it? Isn't that what I came here to do? Oh my goodness, this kid. Okay, so I also need to name the property orientation, flow, something, whatever. All right, and with that done, now we can see this beautiful off color. Oh yeah, it's off color because of the grid. So if we hide the grid, then we get this nice color like this, which doesn't work for scaling it. So what am I supposed to do? Yeah. I think I want my horizontal to be centered. Let's see what that looks like. So horizontal for this one, where the actual objects inside will be centered instead of scaled. Okay. And then that looks like this. And so if I made it wider, yeah, then that's going to happen, which is fine. I just need to clean that up. So I'm not totally angry at that. We just need to clean it up. So yeah, I like it like this, where there is dark on the left and dark on the right. And hello, Napalm. How is your Monday starting off or going, whatever time it happens to be? Go back here, refresh you, and come on, Blings. There it goes. Thank you. Napalm says, trying to add a chunk of logic to a strategy pattern I designed but forgot it had to do something special. Aren't we sometimes too clever for our own goods? Goods? For our own goods. For our own good. 100%. But I bet you it does something cool though. Click. And click. Friday. That's not Friday. Friday was the 31st. Sorry, I'm clicking on things. Hello, Peter. I'm not at risk of being too clever, but it's because of other reasons. In quotes. Well, I know that you aren't talking about because you are intellectually challenged, because you definitely are not that. Save that. Okay, I think I'm caught up with the last thing that was bothering my brains, which was getting the previous videos, the previous VODs posted to YouTubes. Oh, God, I love Copilot though. It just bailed me out. Nice. So yeah, how am I going to adjust this background thing? I think I'm just going to stretch it further left. What would you look like if I stretch you further left? We're gonna take this with us. Oh man, and then in light mode. Yes, I am. Oh, good times. So anyway, I'm taking, wait, why are you only taking the frame? I don't want the frame. I want this. Pretty please. Thank you. So we're going back to the graphics so we can see what this looks like in practice in dark mode. But the way that this is going to work with light mode is I'm going to change out this vertical gradient. That's what it's going to be. All right, so Peter says, to be fair, I'm messing with Helm chart values in Terraform. Oh, that's because he commented on Napalm's statement saying, Copilot literally just disappointed me. Seriously think I'm using it wrong / badly. I don't think so. I think you're good to go. Yeah, look at that. Look at the bottom one actually scaling with. It's going to be an interesting challenge to fix. But it's really weird. I don't actually see this gradient. Oh my gosh, Big Gamey is rating. I did not see that coming at all. Wow. Hello, Big Gamey. Welcome you and your stream to the stream. I mean your viewers to the stream. My best fake surprise look ever. What do you mean fake? That was genuine. Oh my god. Oh, that's what's going on. Wait, where exactly is this flippin' gradient coming from? Because it's the gradient that's not stretching and squashing. So if I got the gradient to stretch and squash, which is this one here, it's got to be this one, then everything will be fine. It's beautiful. It works. Oh my goodness. Okay. No, you tell me what was going on today on your stream that I totally wasn't watching while I was streaming too. Or hanging out in the entire day. Tell us about Drag and Drop. Guys, if you don't know Big Gamey, which I'm sure every single one of you does, Big Gamey is an amazing game developer typically works on, well, I can't say typically. His normal stream project is Homeward Hound, a game where you play as a dog that gets separated from his people, and you need to make your way back. Kind of like Life of a Dog from PlayStation. I think that was the original game. Dog's Life. Life is Strange on PlayStation. And just having fun with that, and tons of redemptions on his stream. But lately he's been working on a side project called Drag and Drop, which is a game where you try to stack 3 dragons of the same. Is it both color and shape, or is it either color or shape? So there's 4 different dragon types that will drop at random, and 4 different colors, unless you added more colors. I don't remember. That drop from the sky, and you have a 2x2 rotating platform. Peter gets it. You have a 2x2 rotating platform, and you just let the dragon fall down onto one of those 4 spaces, and you just have to match the shapes, it looks like. Cool. Too clever by half. But yeah, that is Big Gamey. And I think you still do the zombie game on Fridays. When you stream on Fridays. You went for a long time on Friday. So yeah, definitely check him out. Here's a quick clip from his stream. I hope you enjoy it. Bang.
This is off the baby girl in the baby world. Need plastic to just off. They're fantastic.
Oh no! Oh no, Irish John is in here twice. Gomenasai. Well, now we're all cursed. That is Bit Baby. So he has a ton of redemptions on his stream. He has keyword triggers where you type something in chat and something happens. Anything pork related will spawn a pig hat. This month he has a lot of Pride Month type themed redemptions. One that turns his face completely rainbowed, another one that gives him a rainbow aura and he jams out, and whatever hat he's wearing even gets the aura. Today he was also allowing people to have him change his hat, which was very fun. He was wearing a moose hat when I first started watching him, and then he switched to a Mario hat later in the stream. But yeah, another shout out for another fantastic and worthy person to be shouted out. Irish John Games, who streams 17 seconds from now. Who streams Monday through Saturday, typically around 8 p.m. I don't know what your GMT is. Anyway, it's 2 p.m. my time. 1 p.m. my time? 2 p.m. my time, which is UTC -6. But he is also a fantastic game developer. Would you stop doing that, Twitch chat? Fantastic game developer who works on a game called Rise of Piracy, a real-time strategy game where you can go around the world affecting the economic system, doing trading, taking over islands, and just being the type of seafaring. I can't think of any better acronyms or extra words to put here. Seafaring person you want to be crew, I guess, you would like to lead and yeah, engage in battles, engage in trade, do missions. It's going to be awesome when it comes out. He's being published by Microprose. Here's a clip from his stream. Caution to those that might have a thing against foul language in case we get a stream clip that has foul language in it. I don't mind it.
We left it out here. Oh!
You. Oh, your arrow's even golden.
What the fuck?
What happened there? And TBD Gamer seems to be back. I will give you a proper shout out as soon as my shout out cooldown resets. But TBD Gamer is an application developer who works on 2 projects, Water Drink Water, which is his stream project on Mondays and Tuesdays. But he has been doing game dev as well using Godot on Mondays and Tuesdays, doing a top down shooter. And then on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, he works on another app called Liquid Sky, which is a project management application. And this is what you can expect if you go on his stream.
So what we're introducing tonight was, at the same time as consuming the menu into the data store, the primary data store, we would also consume that into Elasticsearch at the same time, and then be able to bring up a search index.
And then?
Thanks very much. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Right now, this is all in Docker, right? So we're...
Oh, no. More than 30-second clips. But yeah, so again, application development, if you're interested in that, that's what I should be doing on this stream, but I have been doing a lot of UI design and stuff lately. Such random clips of my stream. Yeah, I feel the same. And I'm not as good as Bit Gamey. I have it set to use Twitch Gurus, give me a random clip. Doesn't matter when it was created, just give me a random clip. Bit Gamey at least says, give me a random clip from the last 7 days. And if they don't have one, then you can go back in time. Thank you so much for the follow. Arigato. Okay, so we're going to continue on with this. I think that I cleaned up the issue that was going on here. So if we go back to the landing page, then we will see. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm going to do for the light mode for this, though. That's going to be not easy. Let's go ahead and put the background graphic in the other, what are these called? Other variants. So we can see them. No. That was an accident. They're all supposed to move down one. Okay. And then we need to make your top for you. Yeah, you. Actually, for all of them, the top needs to be 0. 0. Thank you. Cake. And then the left needs to also be 0. And then I just need to resize them all so that they fit. Nice and clean. Pretty. Pretty and pretty. Oops. Oh, come on. Super pretty. Peter is going to hit the target on his first try this time. Watch him do it. Watch him do it. Didn't I tell you guys to scare? Dang. That was almost right in the center, too. I wonder what score it's going to give you. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. I don't like what it's doing. Didn't I tell you to scale? I think you were supposed to increase. Yeah. 89. Wait, your highest was 96. That was probably your first shot, too. If your last score was 89 and your second shot looked further away from the center. Damn. Impressive. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid, Bit Gamey. Thank you for bringing all your friends here, friendos. If you have any questions about the stream, feel free to ask. But like I said, I am mostly working on redesigning our stream application, and I also need to come up with what we're going to do in light mode for this wonderful mess. It already seems... Yeah. Man. Right now, we'll just focus on dark mode because that's the only thing that I care about. That's the only thing anyone cares about. Anyone that has sense. I didn't say that out loud. You're allowed to like not light mode. Just not here. Wait, you can like it here too. What am I saying? Oh, right. So I told it to stretch. Not stretch, I told it to stay fixed in the center. But maybe vertically, I should allow it to stretch. Horizontally, I should allow it to stretch. Vertically, I should tell it to stay in the center. I don't know. I don't know. So you guys... Except for, oh man, that's going to be hard. So if we scale vertically, which it's doing, it's scaling vertically, and then staying centered. But if I scale both, then, oops, you need to actually fill container, which I can't do from here. Graphics. Why aren't you doing the thing? Didn't I just tell you to stretch in every direction? I mean to stay fixed in every direction. No, I didn't. I told the element itself, not the background. Okay, that's better. So if we change the size of the page, and this doesn't make sense to do, now that I'm looking at it, yeah, we definitely don't want that. Not you. You. So we'll center you like this. Yeah, and I really, really don't like that. So it's almost like I just need to make it super ultra tall and then tell it to stay fixed. In the center. I really don't like that. Okay, and then the rest of you stay center. Yeah, that's not working for me. So what does that look like on the other size form factors? I mean, it looks okay, but it's definitely not doing what I want it to. But what do I want it to do? That's the question. How do I want this to actually look? So like I said, I'm not the best designer. I wouldn't even say that I'm all that great. So I am gonna struggle through this until I find something that actually does work. And I do want it to just be nice. So it looks good like this. So I don't really ever read all of what Automated Realms says when it gives the score summary. I just happened to look at it while I was, doing the brain thing, and it told Peter, your arrow landed an impressive shot with a score of 89, which was very close to the target. Sadly, your highest score during the game was 96, and this leveled up your skills to the highest possible score of 100. However, you have no more remaining tries, so this round concludes with you being one step closer to mastering the archery game. Sadly? Hello, Violet Dragon! Yeah, it's talking down to me. You should report this bot. It's being so mean. Using big fat words to confuse me. Let's see. Let's go with a big gamey shot, 40 and 30. That's a lot too hard. That's too soft. And this one's just right. Nope, I missed. Flew way over the target. Okay. Oh man, I keep wanting to say, let's just leave it like this and we'll come back to it because ultra wide screens shouldn't exist. Goldilocks School of Archery. Not the way. Speaking of, thank you for reminding me. Here is a proper shout out for TBD Gamer. Now that has cooled down. If you aren't following him, definitely give him a follow. Again, another great application dev, as well as getting into Godot game development. His ultimate dream for game development is creating a city builder type of game. And I do really, really wish the best for him in that. Man, can I really not scale it and just have it work? What happened last time that caused my scale to look terrible? Oops, I keep changing tabs instead of pages. Oh, that's what happened. The horizontal stretching and squashing. It's like I need 3 different sizes of background that are all fixed in place. Because I really don't like the horizontal stretch and squash. Actually, I just don't like any of the stretch and squash. Because, Big Gamey was doing that on his stream. So I had to say that we're doing stretch and squash too. So if I did fixed. How do we do fixed? We center it. If I do center for both top and bottom and left and right, then the bottoms aren't long enough at the moment, but that's fine. Because we can always make those longer. I need to close those other tabs. You can just grab onto each of them and just make them super long. Like so. And this way, no matter how tall or wide we make the screen, it will stay inside of the container. So that's good. However, when it gets to this size, I really want it to be smaller. And how is that 3440 by 1440, whatever. It's not. So I am going to make 2 different sizes. Or what would happen if, let's just see what it looks like. What would happen if we got to this size screen and we maybe did some kind of animation to rotate this so that it turned horizontal And the horizontal could definitely be stretch and squash. How am I? I am doing fantastic. It's been a great day so far, and I am thoroughly enjoying myself. How about you? Oops. Scale. You bought an Arduino! Yes! I remember getting my first Arduino. I was so excited. I didn't do very much with it, and I really wanted to. And I kind of regret not doing much with it, but it was worth having. For your soon upcoming birthday, well, congratulations on it. I really, really hope you enjoy working on it. Create some amazing things. I have this book called 21 Arduino Projects for the Evil Genius, I think is what it was called. I have a box of electronic stuff I really want to get to one day. I know the feeling, TBD. Or I should say, you know the feeling that I'm feeling. It's like, I really want to do that. I do. I always said letter. I don't remember what two things. Oh, Arduino or Arduino. You know, I'm pretty sure that I always say Arduino. But I have definitely heard it pronounced more often as Arduino. Now that you say that, or now that you point it out. There's so many cool things to build with this. There are. And I do love that because at the time that I got it, I was doing a lot of Java programming. That the programming language for Arduino in the Arduino editor is just Java. And it was so easy for me to understand. It's Java? I'll send it back. There's probably other ways to write for it. There's probably C and C++. I didn't mean to discourage you. You're incorrigible. What was I trying to do? I was trying to change this to horizontal. Yeah, I think I like that. I don't really. I guess we have to see with more content on the page whether I would want to do that. And would it be annoying pretty much if someone has the window open in a browser and they're resizing, and as they resize, this changes to angled? Excuse me. What happened to all these backgrounds? You guys are supposed to stick. Top left, bottom right, please. Sunk it. So as they're resizing, it turns to angled at some point, and then when they get to a lower one, let me also expose the background by clicking on this nested instances, header, background, graphic. Sunk it. Okay, so now we can change the background graphic orientation easier. Yeah, so you get this small, you're horizontal. You get wider than some threshold, you get angled. But it would animate between the two. That'd be weird. An Arduino, you can use anything pretty much, I thought, even C#. Interesting. Yeah, it's been a really long time since I have touched it. This is my kid. Max, you're a dad. Not yet, not until I create this thing. I don't want to log in. It is called the Sunfounder Ultimate Original. Can you just list the oh, never mind. It came up with that search. We will search. Just kidding. I found it. Pasta. Okay, so Sunfounder Ultimate Sensor Kit, I'm gonna guess. Ultimate Original Online Tutorials. Anyway, is it this one? It has, these are speakers. I'm trying to look for components that I recognize. This is definitely a speaker. These are IR sensors, I think. Is this IR sensor? Best to read what it contains. Yeah. A button. I see a button. Some kind of LED. Like what I was looking for was maybe an Ethernet shield and a Bluetooth shield. You're gonna find that you will want those. Oh, you even get an LED or LCD. LCD. But a B shield and an Ethernet shield for plugging it into the interwebs and making it an Internet of Things thing. But it's been so long since I've touched one of these. Because I don't want to open my Amazon page. Because I'm a snob. Oh. Yeah, my book is definitely collecting dust. Peter said... Wait, what? First Napalm said, I guess not. Who knew? Probably why I never looked into Arduino and went Raspberry Pi. Oh, did you actually look it up and you can only use Java? A variant of C++. Oh, apparently not Java. Apparently C or C++. I totally remember having an Arduino, now I'm saying Arduino, app that let me write Java. Arduino IDE. So Arduino is both the device itself and the IDE. I just remember writing Java for it. I mean, do we need to know the details? Look, Ethernet shield. I know you don't hear the video. Yeah, that's C++. Why do I remember writing Java for it? That's so weird. Okay, the stuff in the kit is wherever my Discord is. Hello, Discord. Open. Okay. We have an LCD, ultrasonic, right? That's why they look like speakers. Speed module, I have no idea what that is. I don't know what a relay module is. An LED traffic light, another LED. Laser ranging module, that would be very helpful if you're doing something that moves. Heart rate module. Dang. Motion sensor, vibration, temperature, humidity, photoresistor, potentiometer. This was a potentiometer. It looked like a button. Interesting. Oh, wait. Aren't potentiometers? Right. They're knobs that you twist for an analog value. Right. Oh my gosh. Relay switch so you can switch higher voltage on off with low voltage signal. Interesting. Oh, I didn't finish reading chat when I was going through that. Okay. I made a light blink in a workshop once and was happy and never did anything again. Don't be me. May you be inspired to build a space rocket or whatever. Yeah, I definitely wanted to do so much more with the Arduino than I did. In fact, in my oh, that's right, he's over there. In my Jonko book of ideas for what to do with my dreamed up AI system that was going to do everything in the world in an automated way, I had some designs for using Arduino as a haptic feedback glove. You know, so one Arduino per glove pretty much. And it would control all of the haptic feedback stuff. Or a wearable computer pretty much. Atmospheric pressure, raindrops detection. We talked about the potentiometer. Flame module. And then, yeah, this was the button. So, knob, button. Touch module. Oh, cool. There's so many new shields on here, or new modules. ESP8266 module. An adapter. I don't know what the majority of these are. Yeah. Buzzer, aka speaker. A 9-volt battery connector. Yeah, this is definitely another one that you're going to be happy you're getting. Being able to plug a battery into your Arduino. A joystick module. Cool. Gas module. Dang, it does have a B shield. That's not what my B shield looks like. A pump, a tube. It actually comes with a battery for you. That's nice. A servo. If you're into robotics, you're going to be using servos for everything. So you probably want about 1 million more of them. Okay, where did I leave off? Napalm said to Peter, I made a stoplight with pi and lost momentum. In my only EE class that I took, because I was still, like, as an undergrad, you have to pretty much take every undergrad type class. And then for computer science, you had to take one electrical engineering class or computer engineering class. And I took EE 101 or something like that. And we programmed some specific chip, reprogrammable chip with a button on each side, and played one-dimensional ping pong, where you had to push the button on the left when the light made it to the, push the button on the right when the light made it to the right, push the button on the left when it made it to the left, and then it would increase in speed as you pushed it, and you were supposed to control it by using bits. And so your LED array essentially was just a bit array, and you turned it on or off. Using NAND. Lots and lots of NANDs. Or ORs. I don't remember. I didn't have fun with it. Book's still collecting dust. Maybe I'll have time for it in retirement. Okay. Is that satisfactory? Did we go through it? I think this stuff is cool, but once you get past the gimmicky projects, you have to really take time for more practical projects. True. and that's time you're not doing other things. Very true. When I got the electronic stuff, I wanted to create Halloween stuff that would allow me to make smart decorations. Did you not get very far with that either? Because I didn't. The fact that I have this kit at home, but I can't take it yet because I need to wait for my birthday is triggering. Yeah. By the way, I am programming a Space Invaders right now. Could I theoretically use the Arduino as a controller for the game? Yeah, I mean, you have this joystick module here. And so there's many ways that you could do it. You have the joystick module that you can use for the actual inputs for up, left, down, right, diagonals. And it's probably, just looking at it, it looks like it's analog. So you'll get an X and a Y value on a scale of probably -1 to 1 in both X and Y. And then you can determine what direction it's going based on that. And then you have the Bluetooth module that could allow you to pair it with your PC. And so then you would get your move left and right. And then you also have a button module. Or if you wanted to go old school Atari, you have the potentiometer, and you could use this for the left and right control. Atari controller. Not those, this one. You can pretty much make this. How many buttons do you need for Space Invaders? You should only need one. And according to this, you only have one button. It's a reason modern controllers don't use dial things. Oh man, ours definitely got torn up. Oh man, they used to come as pairs too, where both of them would feed into the same port. Oh man. Oh, now we're going down nostalgia lane. I can smell them. Oh my gosh, I can smell them. Right, but Tempest was awesome. Spoiler, it was crazy. Tempest 2000 on the Jaguar would have been so much better with a rotating controller. I don't know Tempest. Oh my gosh, Tempest 2000. Oh yeah, oh my gosh, yes. I never had a Jaguar. But I do remember the gut reaction to Jaguar games because Pucar had a Jaguar. Like, this was in the era of, and I keep bringing this game up, but Shakan on Sega, and this game had all of it. It had sounds, it had smells associated with it, and just all of the memory trigger taking me back to that time nostalgia. Ooh. This one and Master Blaster. All the Sonics. Yeah, Shakan was so hard. Also became known as Chicken the Forever Bird. Speaking of chicken, this one I think was Super Nintendo, and it was called oh man, I can't think of the name. Alfred Chicken. Oh gosh. You want to talk about a hard as nails puzzle platformer. Oof. Anyway, we're in TBD Gamers territory. He is all about retro games. Oh, Harvest Moon. Don't piss off the chickens. Yes. Got yourself good and squirreled, yeah. Yeah. But that's okay. It's a fun time. Actually, nostalgia lane kind of hurts my head sometimes. If we start, all right, enjoy yourself, Violet Dragon. If we start going down things from when I was around anywhere between 4, 5, 6 years old and 9 or 10, it starts hurting my brain right around like my head, my physical head, not like some what's the word I'm looking for? Figurative brain ache. It actually is a physical sensation that feels like a spike getting driven into my head right here when I try to remember stuff from that time. And it's like, wow, I don't want to do that. So, yeah. I stick to Super Nintendo, Sega, because those are the eras that I can remember the most without hurting. Okay. ¿Dónde estamos? Aquí. Okay, so I think we're gonna go with this. When we get to a certain width, then we're gonna switch it to horizontal. I think I love games because of that era. Absolutely. Such fond memories. Definitely. Mine were all like, as soon as I got over the shoot 'em up style top down shooter arcades, because like what TBD Gamer's making, which is just my bane. That one, what's the horizontal shoot 'em up? R-Type. R-Type was definitely, anyway. Oh, Beret Fighters. Moving on. Once I got past those games, like Nintendo just started releasing RPG after RPG, and I just fell in love with RPGs and couldn't play anything but RPGs. And then for a while, when PlayStation 2 came out, I started playing, I guess you can call them first person shooters, but it was like Warhawk. Just before that, I guess, yeah, I went through a phase of fighting games. So Eternal Champions, Street Fighter, all of them. And then after that was Unreal Tournament. Warhawk was interesting. It was something. Unreal Tournament, Quake. And then I was I was playing a ton of them first person shooters, but the offbeat ones, so like Rise of Triad, everyone knew Duke Nukem, but I played Duke Nukem. And then the one that I can never remember the name of, but where you played as a ninja-ish type guy, and it was just satire all over the place, and I don't even know how I was in that into that. Lo Wang was his name. It sounds familiar. Shadow Warrior. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. I'm so ashamed of myself. Admitting that I like that. For those of you that do like it and aren't ashamed, I encourage you to not be ashamed. But now the kick that I'm on when I play games is I want something that is challenging that will make me throw fits, like actually get angry and frustrated and want to rage quit, but then I never rage quit and I eventually get past whatever I'm stuck on, and I enjoy that so much. I'm a sucker for that. There are modern Shadow Warriors, probably less than $20 now. Many of them. We are exact gaming opposites. TBD says, I have Hello Kitty Roller Rescue in my collection and have played it. No shame. Yeah, definitely shouldn't have shame over any games that you play. I don't know why I feel shame over admitting that I played first-person shooters. Because, like, I'm such a RPG person. I identify as only playing RPGs, rich story-based progression games. But yeah. I love FPS. Don't care. Bite me. I just don't like competing against other people. Like, when I play to win, and when I win, I feel bad. I thought you were about to put Counter-Strike on there. Foolish Novel says, should I feel shame for playing Sam Box Poker on Commodore 64? Absolutely not. You should feel... yeah. I still play a lot of retro games, but actual retro games. Do you know what makes archery easier? An actual archer. Well, what happened to him? He was working earlier. Archery bot. What's going on? What are you doing? What's happening? Refresh. Are you here? Hello? Well, archery bot seems to have fallen over. And that means automated realms might have fallen over. Are you awake? Yes, I'm here to help. Okay, James. Let's do this then. Coin flip. Bot is listening. That's broken. All well done, computer. So yeah, the archery game is just completely just not wanting to cooperate. So, servicio, por favor. Services. Reach. Estapu. Redeemed brokery. Oh yeah. So I don't know what happened when I did my most recent publish of the bot, but my coin flip and my roll die commands aren't processing as commands anymore. They're just doing text response. Okay, are we back yet? And I also need, when we remake the bot, when we finally remake the bot, I need some way of knowing the bot's current status on stream so I don't have to be anywhere else to check its status. Are you connected? Are you listening? CBD said, I'll be honest, I've never wanted to violently assault past developers as much as I want to with this code base I'm working in. No, I love the frustration, especially when I figure it out and get the ball rolling again. But when I am frustrated, I am so in it. And I don't want to be in it during that time. But then after it's done, it's like, oh, that felt really good. Snubble said, by the way, my 4 kilobit, or is that kibabit, presentation got both rejected and accepted for different conferences. Oh man. And Peter said to TBD Gamer, do you at least feel superior to them, or are you just sad seeing the code base? And then TBD said, actually, we're writing methods as both static and instance methods at the same time. Oh, actually writing. Frustrated at that. And then Peter said to Snubble, oh my gosh. Peter said to Snubble, congrats, I've never done anything beyond local user groups and our stream. Does that count as a local user group to you? Maybe. TBD said, commiserations and congratulations. I hate that. I hate feeling it, but superior for sure. Yeah, you're being honest with yourself. That's crazy. Don't be honest with yourself. Keep the veil. Okay, anyway, the archery bot should be restarted, so we should be good to go. I was going to show Twitch bot coin flip. Come on, bot. It's just like I'm done for the day. Why are you done, bot? Oops, not this one. 2 points you owe me. And a beer. Oh wait, no, 2 points now. You owe me a beer at least. No, I pulled the wrong one over. So my goodness. 16 things at the same time. Okay, let's start a game for BitGamey. Manual game. Can I... Oh, I didn't give myself a way to view the archer's name. Oh, I totally thought that I made it to where you could. Anyway, tell me your values, BitGamey. I enjoy finding comments in code like, why does this work? Or just, what? Values without seeing target. The target's right here. I'm pretty sure we never get here, but leaving the code in here just in case is the rest of that one. I'm on page 2 of a document, says TBD Gamer. I'm assembling with stuff like that already. How about broken and will not work as expected? Or pretty sure we never get here. Oop, 40. 40 and 21. Shoot. Ah. Okay. Try again. I will be your commentary. Does it mostly work? My gut tells me the parts of the app that are used will work 98% well. And the other 20%, I mean 2%, errors will be things that work on retry. Okay, so 40, 22.5. You... Oh my goodness, so close. I'm just gonna have to manually do archery from now on. 21.8. And since you did 2, here is a second chance for you. This is how I'm refunding your points. 41. and 23. Oh my goodness, these are so close on the first try. Oh, dag. Wait, 22.498751. All right, did I get that number right? 22.498751, and it's Amin. Hello, Amin. How have you been? Yes. So we should add another 50 points. He even made the noise himself. I should have done that in Firefox so you could hear the noise. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna try restarting. Well, no, the LLM was working, so I really don't know what broke for the redemptions. It's like it's not picking up the redemption. BitGamey will BRB in BRB minutes. Nothing? Nothing at all. I mean, lurks. Thank you so much for being here. It's been a long time since we've seen you. Hope you have been fantastically well. But thank you so much for the lurk. That was way off. Way off still. How is that still way off? Usually I end up shooting too much harder. Anyway, I suck at this. Let's play a different game. Where's coin flip? I want to know why coin flip is broke. Twitch bot hub, nope. We need the actual bot itself. Wait, this is the bot. And then the command manager is what I said. And the command manager has process command. And if it can't be run, then it says, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Otherwise, find the command. And then if the command is coin flip. Oh, what happened to coin flip? At some point in time, I just got rid of coin flip. Okay, so we have coin flip way up here. It's somewhere up here. Coin flip. Coin flip dot result. And we replace placeholder with what am I trying to do? Random.share.next double, which is between 0 and 1, is less than 6.5. Then heads, else, tails. And then roll die. Roll die is use command. I don't know how to do roll die. Oh, I'm so lost. That's okay. I'm not fixing that now. We are taking one more step forward, I think. And the next step that we took was here, Demario. We put a background on here. So now let's fill in some of the content. And the content is going to be a frame. Yeah, and that's how I'm going to do that. So I'm going to put a frame here since it will be surrounding the header. Then it will put the header inside of it. It did not. You were supposed to put the header inside of it. And I'm going to put the left side. Nope. We're going to stick you to the left top. It's like, oh my gosh. We're going to stick you to the right top so that I can move this left side. I'm failing. Failing across the river. Okay. Snap. Now we're going to put you left. Like so. Ampersand. Then we're going to make you center horizontal. Because once again, we are not going to make, when we use this specific instance with landing page ultra wide in our designs, we aren't going to make it any narrower than this. Because once we go narrower than this, we start getting into the 16:9 wide. We are missing one. Like, where's the 1920? Shouldn't we have 108? Shouldn't we have a display size that's 1920 by 1080? Layout, wrap. Detach. I'm just gonna put it in here manually because what I'm pretty sure I did is I selected from the frame, desktop, and all of the other ones, and none of these are 1920 by 1080. That's very odd. Oh, plugin file cover. Wait, slide. What? That doesn't make any sense at all. But anyway, component. What other properties do you have? Form factor is the only one. So we're going to put it in here. It's going to shift everything over for me. Arigato. And there you have it. Now we have a 1020 or 1920 by 1080, which is going to look like this. And yeah. Which then doesn't make sense to have this size anymore because this is my 16:9 starting breakpoint, and then this is my next narrower breakpoint. So it doesn't make sense to have that one because I really just want these to be at the different breakpoints. And then of course, the super narrow is going to be the same as mobile. So I don't know, I'm gonna keep that one. And you are going to be landing page 1920 by 1080. No. Okay. What else do we have? This is the landing page with background. We now have a frame inside of this top one, which is going to be the content frame. And the contents is going to have the actual layout. So the layout is going to be the header section, followed by the hero. So I'm going to create a new frame and call it the hero. You're going to have no background. You're going to be called hero. And you're going to go on your own section. We're going to organize you already here. So, and then the heroes section is going to have three states, I think. So the hero, oh, I guess we need to move you over because you're going to get turned into a component with variants. So the hero will have our text on the left. And the content on the right. I guess I should call this content left, content right. I just did that backwards, didn't I? I'm good at this game. You know, your other right. Okay, and in here, we already have some text that we can use. It's all this stuff. Right, the getting started button is not an actual component in here. Or is it? Buttons. No, it's not. But I think this is just a regular button from our component library. I keep changing tabs. That has, yeah, so we're going to replace you with a button from our local library. Change you to say getting started. And we're going to make you extra large. Oh no, I didn't actually create the different sizes of them. I could have sworn one of the things we recently did was grab all of the oh, interesting. So I put it in my Rocky Mountain Arsenal design library, but I didn't put it in Financial Management Tracker. Because the other thing that I would want to do with this is create the icon, no icon, which actually is pretty easy with these. If I just added an icon to this, So if I made where are these actual rectangles? Where are these rectangles and not a fill? Ah, good gravy. So I have two options. Option one is to make variants of all of these for the two different sizes that I want for every single one of them. So that would be two sets of variants. And the reason that I would want to do that is because right now I want to create a large button or maybe an extra large button. And instead of needing to resize it so that it fits something and then I have to remember that I'm using 48 for the height, for example, and then I would want to bold and maybe make the text bigger as the button increases. Why did you change? Why did you? You're supposed to be 48. Then I would already have my 3 different sizes of buttons that I would use throughout the app, as opposed to trying to remake it every single time. The second option is in conjunction with that. So I can either do it for every single one of these buttons. This is what I was trying to get at. Do it for every single one of the buttons, or for every single style of button, have one variant instead of all 3 like this, where I'm choosing where the icon is positioned, whether the icon is hidden, if it's icon only, or if it's placed to the left, or if it's placed to the right. That's not good. Okay, so icon left, icon hidden, icon right, icon only. Instead of doing that, I could have one button for each style. And then the icon duplicated. And then hidden. So then when I'm using this button, then the only thing that I'm picking is the size and the state, and the style, which right now I only have primary. Great. But then depending on where I want the button or the icon, that's when I will manually, in the usage of the component itself, make one side or the other side visible, or the text hidden, icon only, that kind of thing. I like this because it's fewer components, but I don't like it because I would prefer to just select it from a drop down. Any opinions? Opinions plenty. On this, not really. I am not the expert. Thank you for your confidence, but definitely not the expert. it's easy enough for me for now, I guess, to just create two variants. These will be my large. It looks like wizardry to me too. I think you forget that I'm still not confident with this. All right. Can I make the text bold, for example, and give it a font size? Dang it, I have to select all of the individual text layers. Ugh. What I would do, which you would think would be faster, is edit, select matching layers. But that gives me all of the text layers, and I don't want them. And it's hard to deselect them. Is it? This kind of feels faster. Did I just... Okay, there. All text layers selected. I really need to make a text style, but this is like 22 point... whatever 1.4 or 1.2 rems is. 20% of 16 is 3.2. Yeah, so 23.2. I don't know. I did that in my head and I'm probably very wrong. Oh wait. You guys can do it. You can do it 9 times. Anyone else get annoyed when you have to write I-equatable implementations, or is it just me? I haven't had to do it very often, but I didn't mind it. Excuse me, can you tell me what the gap is between you? 14? 14. And then the vertical gap is 20. Just cruft. Cruft. What is cruft? I should use records so I don't have to anymore. Okay. Next set is good to go. And then this last set. Are going to be the small buttons. Oh, I really do want a bigger gap in between the sections. Oops. And now I don't know where this section ends. Pretty sure it's here. Okay, and we make you guys shorter to 28 maybe. I don't know how small buttons are supposed to be. 26. And then your font size can be... Control Alt A. Select all these to deselect. Select all these hiccups. It's not easy to select. Let me tell you. Boy, I tell you what. Wait. Keep that one. No. No. Okay, hold shift. Nope. Hold shift. There you go. There you go. Oh my gosh. Stronger. 0.8 times 16 is, what's 8 times 16? 50, 134. So 13.4, I think. Something like that. And I guess I want the icons to be bigger too. For those. Mahoka. Okay, so you guys are going to be. What does 16 by. Wait. What does 16 by 16 look like? 20. 20. And then that broke your horizontal spacing. And now it's uneven spacing, so I can't make it all the same. 14 was it? 14. And vertically 20. Oh man. I got this. Good. 14 by 20. Font sizes are good. I made you guys bold. Oops. Two 14. Good, and also good. And then all of you guys also get 14. 20. All right. I think we're square on the buttons with rounded corners. I don't get annoyed if I have to write something. Don't normally need to do much equality stuff though. So same. Okay. Then that means that our button over here on our landing page for the heroes section can now be selected as, hey, it was already selected as large. Oh, right. And I broke the variant because I did not change you all to size small. Okay, so now you are large, no icon, primary, default state. We could make you disabled, we could make you pressed, etc. And the button text is getting started. Getting started. Okay, and that is our title on the hero section. We are next going to select an actual image. We are not doing placeholders anymore in our design. We're going to select the actual thing that belongs in our hero section. Before I do that, I do want to go ahead and turn this into a component so that it will be previewable as we are making these changes. So the hero content is going to be underneath the header. So the header is always going to be the topmost, and I'm going to make the hero content the full page height. When we first land on this page, the hero section will take up the entire page itself. Of course, only being the full width of its container. And speaking of its container, the contents can be auto layout. And we want it to be a fixed width of 1920 and a fixed height, or not a fixed height. The height will change depending on the size of its container. Okay, so as we make changes up here, such as the position of this relative to the container, which we want it to be in the center, we want it to constrain vertically center. I'm all talking about what we're going to do next time, and I'm doing it. It'll be left aligned, and then this will be vertically centered, and it'll be right aligned. We'll get the contents for this, and it'll be beautiful, right? And then we'll scale the inside of the content so that as we scale the page, the contents will squish down in a very pleasing manner. Yeah. So this is what we have so far. Okay, we're going to pick this up on Wednesday, but this is the end of my stream for today, and I have not been lurking on anyone currently because once Big Gamey's stream was over, that was it. That was the end of everything. We got a couple of people that we can go visit. I have not visited in a while Dragon Spirit Games, but I am almost always lurking on his channel when he's live. He's working on a game called Gaia, except that he is currently working on a game jam game and is working on the last bits of it. So let me get some volume on his channel so that I can hear. But we're going to raid on over to Dragon Spirit Games. Shout out for him if you haven't already started seeing his content, following him, etc. He's a game developer using Unity. Typically works on a game called Gaia. Oh, here's my ending screen. And it's a game pretty much about his daughter. It's a fantasy game, role-playing game, puzzle platformer style, and he's pretty much she's out to save the world because the world is in utter disarray with all of our socio-economical issues, and the gods, the Greek goddesses and gods can't intervene directly, so they're having Gaia help them do stuff where she meets the actual Gaia. So anyway, that's Dragon Spirit Games. If you got confused by everything that I just said, feel free to ask him about his core game, his main game, and ask him about what game he's working on now. But we're gonna raid out there. Thank you all for joining. I will be posting the VOD for this to YouTube at some point in time. I almost went through my whole standard spiel. At some point in time, I will do the thing, post it to YouTube, and if you're interested in hanging out with a whole bunch of really cool people, we're typically pretty quiet on our server, but you're always welcome to join our Discord. There are people there that will be happy to answer any questions that you might have that are programming related, or if you want to show stuff off, there's definitely channels for you to do that there. If you want to help answer questions for anyone that does ask things, we typically discuss things along the lines of .NET and Blazor. So Yeah, but all programming, all software, all tech is welcome. Conversations, questions, etc. Okay, that's it for me for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you the next time I see you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, TVD Gamer. Looking forward to your next stream. Napalm, Foolish Neville, Came in, Big Gamey for the raid, Peter. Awesome. Okay. Ciao. Ow.